You guys can all hear me and see me. Okay, that's perfect. Excellent. Okay. Sure. Oh, better. Okay, great. So come to a nice, comfortable position on your mat. Find a nice, easy seat. Stay up nice and tall. If there's any discomfort in the knees sitting this way, then you can grab a block or a pillow, slip it underneath the hips, raise the hips up a little bit, just to help to take the pressure off the knees. If it's really uncomfortable sitting cross-legged, then find another way to sit that feels comfortable for you, just for a few minutes, whilst we kind of come into a kind of small meditation before we start the practice. Just remember again that yoga is all about your journey. It's you can take everything at your own pace. If you need to back off, you need to come to child's pose, rest for a bit, then that's fine. Do that. Join back in when you can. And just remember, there's no stress, no strain. You certainly shouldn't feel any pain in yoga. So if you do in any of the poses, then please back out of them, rest, and join back in when you can. Okay, so begin by finding a nice easy seat, finding the sit bones grounding down into the earth, feeling their connection to the earth, sitting up nice and tall through that spine, nice long tall spine, taking the shoulders down on your back, letting go of all the weight through your shoulders, letting the head just sit gently on top of the spine. And from here, closing your eyes, letting your hands just rest gently on your knees or on your lap. Start to bring your focus and your awareness to your breathing. Noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale, noticing if one's longer than the other, noticing if your breath is feeling quite labored or whether you're just breathing nice and easily, just noticing the breath. Not trying to control it in any way, just noticing your normal breath. Trying to let go of your day, leave behind your worries, leave behind your cares, and just take this next hour just for you to focus, relax, be present, be mindful on your mat, moving through the postures, moving with the breath. And from here, start to control the breath by taking nice, long, deep inhales and nice, long, slow exhales, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Really finding the breath. Noticing how when you start to slow down that breath, smooth out the breathing, it helps calm the mind. And from here, moving into a pranayama exercise. Starting with our Nadi Shodhana breathing, which is alternate nostril breathing, sometimes called the horseshoe breath. Taking the right hand and placing the right thumb on the right nostril and placing your index finger and your middle finger just gently on your third eye. And then placing that ring finger gently over the left nostril, letting that pinky finger just curl into the palm. And from here, take a nice deep inhale through both nostrils. And then closing off that right nostril, exhale only through the left. And then inhale through the left. Closing off the left nostril, exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Gently closing off that right nostril, exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Closing off the left nostril, opening the right, exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. And then inhaling through the left. And then slowly letting that hand drop, exhaling again through both nostrils. Just take a moment to pause, reflect. Noticing how smooth and calm and even the breathing is. Nadi Shodhana breathing helps balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Really useful breath to come to if you're feeling a little bit out of balance in your day. And then from here, opening your eyes, taking your awareness back into the room, sitting up nice and tall. And then coming over onto our hands and knees, coming into our neutral tabletop position. Taking the knees underneath the hips, the hands underneath the shoulders, moving through our cat-cow. Beginning with an inhale, as we inhale, dropping that belly, lifting up the tailbone and lifting up the head. And then as you exhale, moving that spine in the opposite direction, lifting up through that belly, dropping that tailbone and dropping the head. Inhaling, coming all the way back through into our cow, dropping through the belly, lifting up that head. Exhaling, coming through into our cat as we mobilize through the spine, arching the spine up, feeling each vertebrae move. And then inhaling, really accentuating that movement, feeling the vertebrae, feeling each vertebrae move through the spine, warming that spine up, mobilizing the spine, moving with the breath. Remember to inhale through the nose and deep, long, deep exhale through the nose as we move into. I'll repeat one more time, inhaling. Lowering the belly, lifting the head, exhaling, lifting up that belly, moving through that spine, dropping the head. And then slowly release, coming back into our neutral position. From here, coming into our puppy pose, leaving the knees and the feet where they are. Start to walk the hands forward of the body, taking the hands forward and starting to come all the way forward, taking the weight forward onto the hands. As you come down into our puppy pose, remember we're just warming up here, so just feeling it opening up gently through the shoulders. If you can, maybe gently resting your forehead onto the floor, your nose, or your chin. Just feeling that gentle opening, no stress, no strain. Opening up through the shoulders, opening up through the upper back. Just encouraging all the tension to leave our shoulders, our neck. Remembering the breath. And then gently making your way back up into all fours. And then from here, curling through the toes, taking the weight of the hips over the heels, engaging through that core as you slowly, gently start to come up into a nice, easy downward facing dog, keeping that bend through the knees. Start to walk and pedal your dog, taking a range of movement through the feet, through the ankles, feeling yourself warming up through the calves, through the hamstrings, up through the hips. Remembering to breathe nice and deeply, trying to let the tension go from the neck and the shoulders. And then from here, taking a deep bend through the knees, looking forward towards the hands, taking that left foot, stepping up behind that left hand, that right foot up behind that right hand, keeping that deep bend through the knees, come into a nice, easy forward fold. Just hanging in our forward fold here, just for a few breaths. Coming into our ragdoll, clasping our opposite elbows with our hands. And then again, really feeling that tension start to release from the neck and the shoulders. Feel that opening up through the hamstrings. If it feels good, you can gently rock from side to side. Again, just listening to the body, checking in, doing a quick scan of the body, noticing if there are any tight spots, Anywhere you need to breathe more deeply into, anywhere that you need to take some gentle movements through, just to try and let go of that tightness, trying to let everything loosen off, the shoulders, the neck, the upper back, the hamstrings, the calves, the hips. Just looking for some ease into the movements. Letting go of the hands, starting to curl up, coming up vertebra by vertebra, nice and slowly, letting one vertebra stack on top of the other. As you slowly, gently make your way up to standing, remembering there's no rush, no head rush, just coming up in your own time until you're standing nice and tall in your mountain pose. All four corners of the feet rooted down into the earth, soft bend through the knees, tummy lifted and engaged, shoulders down the back, taking the shoulders away from the ears, feeling a nice long neck. And then from here, moving through our classical Surya Namaskar, just to warm ourselves up. Inhaling, taking the arms out, reaching all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, coming down into that nice gentle forward fold, remembering that soft bend through the knees until we're fully warmed up. Inhaling, taking a step back with that right leg, and then dropping down onto that right knee, and then from here letting go of those right toes. Inhaling, lifting your hands and coming up and taking yourself into a small baby back bend here, just feeling yourself opening through the front of your body. Exhaling, coming all the way down, taking the hands outside that left foot, and then picking up that left leg and taking it parallel to the right leg. And then exhaling, coming all the way back into our child's pose. Take a nice deep inhale. A nice long exhale. And then inhaling, curling and waving through that spine. As you wave through that spine, coming all the way forward. Start to walk your hands forward as you lower yourself down onto your mat, coming to lie down, face down on your mat. Keeping your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhaling, as you inhale, lifting up through that chest, coming into a baby cobra. Cobra just opening up through the chest here. And exhaling, gently lowering back down onto the mat. Inhaling, lifting up, pulling yourself up into a neutral tabletop, and then exhaling, coming all the way back into our child's pose, Balasana. Take a nice deep inhale. A nice long exhale. And then inhaling, coming through into tabletop. As you come through into that tabletop, lifting up that right foot, taking it in between your hands at the front of the mat, and coming into a low lunge on the left-hand side here. So feeling the opening up through that left hip. Inhaling, taking the arms up over the head, reaching up towards the sky. Exhaling, taking the hands back down outside that front foot. Inhaling, lifting up onto that back left toes. And then taking that left foot parallel to that front right foot, about a hip width distance apart with the feet, just to protect that lower back. And then come down into that forward fold. Again, remembering a nice bend through the knees here until we're fully warmed up. Inhaling nice and deeply, exhaling nice and slowly in our forward fold. And then as you inhale, starting to uncurl through the spine, again coming up vertebra by vertebra, slowly warming and moving through that spine as you come all the way back up to standing into our mountain pose, Samastiti. So we'll repeat on the left-hand side. So inhaling, taking the arms up over the head. Remember, if there's any discomfort in the shoulders, you can come up the midline of the body, and that's fine too. And then exhaling, coming all the way forward into that forward fold. Inhaling, taking a step back with that left leg, dropping down onto that left knee, and then dropping those left toes. Inhaling, reaching up towards the sky, feeling that opening up through that left hip flex, maybe a small baby back bend here. Exhaling, coming all the way over that front leg, taking the hands outside that front right foot. Inhaling, taking a step back with that right leg, taking that right leg parallel to that left leg, and then on the exhale, pulling back into a downward facing dog. Take a nice, into a child's pose, should I say. I'm way ahead of myself. Apologies. Child's pose. Inhaling nice and deeply, exhaling nice and slowly. And then coming all the way up on the inhale, coming all the way forward as you wave through the spine and gently take yourself down to lying face down on the mat. Take a nice deep inhale, a nice long exhale, and then inhaling, pushing through the hands, coming up through into that baby cobra, and exhaling, lowering yourself back down onto the mat. Inhaling, pushing up into that tabletop, and then exhaling, coming all the way back into your child's pose. Take a nice deep inhale, a nice long exhale, and then inhaling, lifting up into the tabletop. And as you do so, taking that left leg forward in between your hands at the front of the mat, coming into a lower lunge on the right hand side. Inhaling, lifting yourself up and taking the arms up towards the sky. Exhaling, taking the hands back outside that front foot. And then inhaling, coming onto the toes of that back right foot. And then lifting up that right leg and taking it forward, parallel to the left leg, feet roughly hip width distance apart. Exhaling, coming down into that forward fold. Letting the tension go from the neck and the shoulders. Holding here for just a moment. And then starting to walk the hands, leaving the feet where they are, walking the hands all the way to the left side of the mat. And taking the hands and moving them as far away from the body as you can, starting to feel that opening up through that left-hand side, right-hand side of the body. Breathing into that right lung. And then gently taking the hands back to the center and repeat on the other side. Starting to walk the hands all the way over to the right-hand side of the mat. Feel the opening up through the left-hand side of the body. And then coming all the way back to the center. And from here, sitting down slightly through the knees into the hips, taking the hips back in space as though you're about to sit down in a chair. And as you inhale, taking the arms up to shoulder height. So the arms are around about level with your ears. And then from here, take a nice deep exhale. And as you inhale, coming all the way up, lifting your arms up towards the sky, using that core. And then reaching all the way up to the sky. And exhaling, coming all the way back down into Samastitihi, prayer pose, Anjali Mudra with the hands. Well done, everybody. So take a nice deep inhale. A nice long exhale, finding that Tadasana. Taking a soft bend through the knees, just start to swing the torso from side to side, swinging the arms forward and back. Just looking again for some release here, keeping everything nice and fluid, everything nice and mobile. Feeling the ease through the knees, the hips, the shoulders, just letting all that tension go. And then slowly coming back to the center. Again, standing up nice and tall, moving through our Surya Namaskara A. Finding that Tadasana, that mountain pose. If you're used to keeping your feet together, you can. And if you have any lower back issues, I would recommend taking your feet a little bit apart just to help protect that sacrum and that lower back. So again, inhaling and reaching the arms up towards the sky, either coming up to the sides or through the midline of the body. Exhaling, coming down into that forward fold. You can start to straighten out the legs a bit more here. If you have any knee issues, then keep a soft bend through the knees. If you need to keep a soft bend through the knees in order to get the hands down onto the mat, then that's absolutely fine too. Remember, everything will come in time with practice. Inhaling, coming halfway up with a straight leg and straight back, taking the hands onto the shins, and then pushing your hands against the shins so that you can really extend through that torso, lengthening that spine, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling, coming all the way back down into that forward fold. Inhaling, taking a step back with one foot, taking a step back with the other foot, and then on the exhale, push yourself back into your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale in your dog. A nice long exhale. And then from here, dropping down onto your knees. And then slowly lowering yourself down onto your belly. Moving through Cobra, inhaling, lifting yourself up. Exhaling, coming all the way back down to lying on the mat. Inhaling, pushing yourself all the way back up, coming into our tabletop position. So from here, curling through the toes, and then start to take your hips back over your feet. So you're sitting on your knees, but your toes are curled under, so you can feel the stretch through the backs of the feet here. It's a nice stretch through the feet, but if it is really uncomfortable, then just let the toes go and just sit normally. It's a nice stretch through the feet here if you can manage. And then from here, just take the hands and into loose fists, and then just start to circle the hands in one direction, warming up through the wrists, and then gently taking the hands in the other direction, and then let go. And then from here, just start to give yourself a gentle massage through the wrists, just warming up those wrists before we go into do some plank work. So just making sure the wrists are nice and warm, and there's some blood flowing there. So well done. So from there, letting go of the toes, coming forward and coming into our tabletop, getting ready to go into some plank work. So if you can, taking the shoulders above the wrists, and then coming up onto the toes and holding in your plank. If plank's not for you today and this is too intense, you can just drop your knees and hold here. Or you can stay up on your toes and come down and come onto your forearms and hold in a forearm plank here. So you choose whatever feels good for you, wherever you want to hold your plank, just for a few breaths. Really engaging through that core, using the core to help support you. Breathing nice and deeply, exhaling nice and slowly. And then gently dropping down onto the knees. And then sitting back into child's pose. And then we'll repeat one more time, coming up into a neutral tabletop. So you choose, you can come into the full plank or you can come into forearm plank. So go wherever feels good for you, wherever you can hold. Try to take the shoulders over the wrists if you can. Engaging through that core, keeping the hips low. And then gently lower back down onto your knees, and then pull yourself all the way back into child's pose. Well done, guys. So from here, coming all the way back up into all fours, and then curling through the toes and pushing yourself all the way back up into a downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale, a nice long exhale, and then taking a soft bend through the knees. You can either walk the hands up, the feet up towards the hands, coming into a forward fold, or you can come with me, we can take a soft bounce, and you can hop the feet up towards the hands and come into that nice forward fold. Again, if you want to keep the feet together and that's what you're used to, then that's fine, if that's where you're at in your practice. Again, but though if you have lower back issues or you want to try and protect that lower back and that sacral area, then take your feet about hip width distance apart. Breathing into our forward folds. And then coming through a soft bend through the knees, taking the hips back in space. As though you're about to sit down in a chair, taking the arms up in line with the ears, and then as you inhale, lifting yourself up through the core, and then pulling yourself all the way up, reaching up nice and tall. Exhaling, taking your hands to your heart center. Samastiti. Well done, everybody. Take a nice deep inhale, a nice long exhale, and again, just to keep everything nice and fluid, everything nice and mobile. Take a soft bend through the knees. We'll start to swing backwards and forwards, or up and down, sorry. So inhaling, reaching up, and then exhaling, taking the arms all the way behind your head. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling, swinging all the way down, arms up above the head. Inhaling, coming up, exhaling, coming back down. And then one more time, inhaling, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, taking the arms all the way behind the head, and And inhaling, coming all the way up again. And then taking your hands to your heart center, Samasthiti. Well done. So moving through another Surya Namaskara. Finding our Tadasana or mountain pose, or taking the feet together, wherever feels good for you. Inhaling, taking the arms up or up through the midline of the body. Exhaling, coming down through into that forward fold. Remembering a soft bend through the knees if you need it. Inhaling, coming halfway up with a straight back, straight legs, taking the hands onto the shins so that you can engage through the core, get some traction through that spine, taking the shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling, coming all the way back down into that forward fold. Inhaling, taking a step back with one foot, and taking a step back with the other foot. And as you exhale, pushing yourself back into a downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale. Nice long exhale. Well done. And then inhaling, lifting that right leg and taking that right leg all the way up to the sky into your three-legged dog. Exhaling, pulling that right knee all the way forward, taking that right knee in towards your chest, coming over into that high plank, knee into the chest, and then gently dropping that right foot in between your hands at the front of the mat. Taking that back left foot, kind of coming to rest on the sole of that back left foot, with the left toes pointed slightly in, so roughly about a 45-degree angle through that back left. Moving through into a bit of Vajrasana 2 or Warrior 2 pose. Inhaling and thinking about lengthening through that spine, finding that length through that spine. And as you exhale, start to lift yourself up, using your core to lift yourself all the way up, giving a soft bend through that front knee, straightening out through that back leg. Inhaling, taking the arms up to shoulder heights. And looking for some opening up through the chest here, trying to find your chest and in line with the side of the mat. Inhaling nice and deeply, exhaling nice and slowly, maybe coming a little bit forward in that front. Moving through some dynamic warriors. Inhaling, lifting the arms up all the way up to the sky, straightening out slightly through that front leg. Exhaling, coming all the way back down into our warrior 2. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, dropping down. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, dropping down. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, dropping down one more time. Inhaling, lifting your arms up to the sky. Really feeling that stretch all the way through the torso. Exhaling, coming all the way down into that warrior 2. Taking your gaze to the middle finger of that right hand, that drishti point. And hold here just for a breath. Moving into Parsvakonasana, taking that right arm resting on that right thigh, taking that left arm up over your ear and reaching that left arm all the way up to the sky as you send that left foot all the way down into the earth. Holding here if that's what feels good for you. Or you can come a little bit deeper where you can take that right hand inside that right foot, or you can take that right hand behind the right foot, wherever you can feel the opening up through the hip, where you can feel that lengthening, that extension through that left hand side of the body. Breathing nice and deep. And then inhaling, swiveling, windmilling that arm around as you lift that right arm all the way up and straighten out through that right leg, getting ready to go into our Trikonasana, our triangle pose. So straightening out that front right leg. Remembering if you have a tendency to overextend that front leg and take a bend in the opposite direction with the knee, keep a soft bend in the knee, but don't overextend the knee. If you have any knee issues, also keep a soft bend. So inhaling, lifting up, be feeling that extension through the arms. Exhaling, feel as though someone's reaching and pulling your hand all the way out in front of you, and then gently lowering that hand down and inside that left leg. So that right arm's coming down inside that right leg, And then taking that left arm all the way up to the sky. And really think about extending up through that left arm. As you extend up through that left arm, you should feel even deeper stretch through that left side of the body. Trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears, navel in and up. Remembering to breathe nice and deeply, in through the nose, out through the nose. Using that breath to help guide and support our practice. Equal weight through both feet. Remembering to breathe. And then inhaling, coming all the way back up to standing, taking your hands onto your waist. And then from here, lifting up that back left foot, stepping it towards that right foot. So I'll come this way so you guys can see me a bit better, moving into Garudasana, our eagle pose. The eagle pose is not for you today. If it's too intense for you, we can start with the eagle prep. You just take that right foot and hook it over that left knee and just come into our eagle prep here, which is a really good hip opening pose. So you can hold here in the eagle prep. That's where you're at today. If you want to come to the eagle with me, take that right leg and hook it around the left leg. And you can hook it around just the calf, but if you can get it all the way around the ankle, great. But if you can just get it around the calf, or you can just cross your legs, then that's fine too. Remember, it's your practice, your journey. You come wherever you're at in your journey. Taking the arms all the way out in front of you, and then taking that left arm, crossing it over the right arm, and coming into our eagle arms, and holding here. If eagle arms are not for you, then you can just cross and give yourself a nice hug here across the shoulders. So again, you choose wherever your eagle pose is today, you find your eagle and you soar in your eagle. So coming here, and if you can come down and sit down into your eagle pose, finding a drishti point, really squeezing those thighs together, pulling in through the tummy, finding your balance. Remembering that some days your balance is better than others. Mine is obviously not so good today. And then gently release. Letting go of the arms, letting go of the legs. Well done. Stepping back up to the top of the mat, taking the hands onto the hips. Take a nice deep inhale, a nice long exhale. And then stepping back with a big step with that left foot. So you're turning so that both feet are facing the side of the mat. Your legs are about roughly a leg's distance apart. And taking the toes of the feet and turning them in slightly so you're becoming a bit pigeon-toed. Taking the shoulders back and down, engaging through the core. Inhaling, taking the arms up to shoulder height. Exhaling, taking the arms behind your back and just loosely clasping your hands behind your back. Rolling those shoulders back and down, coming into a Prasarita Padottanasana C, which is our extended wide leg forward fold. So inhaling, taking a small baby back bend, and then as you exhale, coming forward, and then taking yourself forward into that forward fold, taking those arms up over your head, and coming forward to wherever feels good for you. Feel that opening up through the shoulders, feel that opening up through that upper back. Breathing nice and deeply and exhaling nice and slowly. Feel the release through the neck. Feel the shoulders opening. Feel that stretch through the back of the hamstring. And then as you inhale, beginning to lift yourself all the way up on the inhale, coming all the way back up to the center. Well done. Letting go of the hands, giving your shoulders a little roll. And then turning around so that the left foot is facing towards the opposite end of your mat. We're going to start going with the left-hand side this direction. Taking the hands outside that front left foot, coming onto the toes of that back right foot, picking up that left foot and stepping yourself back into a downward facing dog. Take a nice long inhale, a nice long exhale. Then lifting up that left leg, taking that left leg all the way up the sky, coming into a three-legged dog on the left-hand side. As you inhale, pulling that left knee all the way into the chest, coming over into that high plank, holding that left knee into the chest, and then dropping that left foot in between your hands at the front of the mat. Coming on to the sole of that back right foot, turning the foot in slightly so it's kind of pointing up towards the top of the mat slightly, coming into that 45-degree angle. A deep bend through that knee, inhaling, feeling that lengthening through the spine, then through that left knee. As you exhale, using that core to lift you up, and as you lift yourself up, moving your arms all the way around, So you come into warrior two on the left hand side. Breathing nice and deeply, exhaling nice and slowly, feeling that work through that front left thigh, opening up through the shoulders, opening up through the chest. Moving into a dynamic warrior two, inhaling, taking the arms up to the sky, exhaling, coming back into warrior two. Inhaling, lifting up, straightening out that front leg, exhaling, coming back into the warrior. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling, coming back in. Noticing how each time you come back into that warrior, you come just that little bit deeper, just warming everything up, taking a range of movements, keeping some flexibility here, easing our way into the pose so we can get deeper into the pose and holding in that warrior two. Drishti is the middle finger of that left hand, shoulders away from the ears, navel and up, pelvic floor engaged. And then releasing, taking that left arm onto that left thigh, lifting that right arm up, coming into our Parsvakonasana, extended side angle pose. Really feeling that extension, that lengthening through the right side of the body as you take that right hand all the way up to the sky and take that right foot all the way down into the earth. Really feel that right foot rooting to the earth. You can stay here if you want. If you want more, you can take that left hand inside that left foot or take that left hand behind the left foot. Opening everything up, feeling that extension and that stretch all the way through that right side of the body. And then from here, inhaling, lifting yourself up, wimbling yourself up, your hands up to the shoulder height. Starting to straighten out that front left leg, moving into our Trikonasana, our triangle pose. Take a nice long deep inhale. And exhaling, starting to take the weight forward through that left arm, that left leg, and then taking that left arm inside that left leg as you take that right arm all the way up to the sky. Opening up through that chest. Rooting down to the earth through that back right foot. Stretching that left arm up to the sky. Notice how when you stretch that left arm, you really start to feel that opening up again through that left side of the body. You can keep a soft bend through that left knee, or you can straighten out that left leg, but only come to wherever feels good for you. I have a sore left knee, so I'm going to be really mindful and really careful with my left knee. And then gently release. Coming all the way back up to standing, taking your hands onto your waist, and then picking up that left foot, and step right foot, sending it towards the left foot. And I'll come this way again so you guys can see me. Standing at the top of your mat, feet about hip width distance apart, coming into Garudasana or eagle pose on the other side. Again, if you want to go with the eagle prep, you can hook that left foot over that right knee and just come here for the eagle prep, where you can feel it opening up through that left hip. If you want to stay here, then stay here and find your balance and find this stretch in that left hip here. If you want to try the eagle Garudasana, take that left foot and hook it around that right thigh, right calf or that right ankle. And then from here, taking the hands out to shoulder height, and then taking that right arm this time and crossing that right arm over the left as you come through into eagle arms. Again, if eagle arms are not for you, then just come into taking the hands onto the shoulders. And then from here, taking the hands to your third eye, keeping that focus and that gaze. In front of you, finding that drishti point, start to lower the hips as you slowly lower down into that eagle pose. Pushing the thighs together. Keeping that core engaged. And then release, letting go of the arms, letting go of the legs. And then from here, taking the feet apart. So your legs are roughly about hip width distance apart. And then taking a bend through the knees. Let's just start to move from side to side, however feels good for you. Maybe taking a range of movement through the shoulders. Opening again through the hips, doing some side lunges just to warm up through the inner thighs. Everything nice and warm, everything nice and fluid. Getting ready for our Skandasana pose. So just looking for that range of movement, that flexibility, keeping everything mobile. Remembering the breath. And then coming over to the left side of your mat, over to your left foot. And then taking a deep bend through that left knee, maybe taking those left toes and pointing them slightly towards the left corner of your mat. And then picking up that right foot and coming onto the heel of that right foot. And then sitting down through that left leg. And opening up here through that hip. Opening up through that right leg. Just holding here for a few breaths. Taking the shoulders away from the ears. Engaging through that core. Well done, guys. And then slowly lifting and taking yourself over towards that right foot. So again, maybe turning that right foot so it's pointing up to the top corner of the mat. The right-hand corner of the mat. And then slowly lifting up through that left foot, taking the toes up to the sky, coming onto that left heel, and sitting more down in towards that right foot. Skandasana pose. Hip opening, moving and stretching through those inner thighs. And then release, coming all the way back round so that you're coming round so your front right foot is facing towards the top of the mat, that back left foot coming onto the toes of that back left foot. And then from here, lifting up that right knee and then taking that right foot back to meet the left foot, coming slowly down into our downward facing dog. Taking the feet together, taking the knees apart, dropping the knees down onto the mat, sitting back over your heels, coming into our extended child's pose, Balasana. Taking the forehead down onto the mat if you can, resting on that third eye. If there's any discomfort through the shoulders here, you can take your arms down to shoulder height and down outside your thighs and hold your child's pose here. If you are holding a child's pose here, try to let go of any tension through the neck and through the shoulders. Just take a few breaths here, letting everything reset. Getting ready to move into our Vashisthasana, our side planks. Inhaling, lifting all the way up into our tabletop. So from here, setting up for the side plank. Again, there are a few options for side plank. So you choose whichever feels good for you, wherever you're at in your practice today, go with that option. So taking that right hand and placing it down in the middle of your mat, and then turning around and then taking that right leg and turning it so that your knees pointing forwards and your foot's pointing backwards. As you gently take that left leg out, and then just hold here as you stretch out and feel that lengthening and that stretch all the way through the side of the body. And if this is where you want to stay, and this is where your side plank is today, then stay here. If you want more, you can lift up that bottom right leg and take it so it's just sitting behind that left leg. And you can hold your side plank here. If this is where you can feel the work in the torso, the obliques, then stay here. If you want more, you can take that left foot on top of the right foot and hold your side plank. Really lifting up through the core, lifting up through the side of the body. Don't let yourself slump down. Keeping those hips lifted, reaching up towards the sky. If you want even more, you can find your balance by finding a drishti point and start to lift that left leg up as you push through this mat with that right hand and that right foot, lifting the left leg and the left arm up towards the sky. And then gently release, coming all the way back down onto your hands and your knees. Take a nice deep inhale, a nice long exhale. Well done. And unfortunately, what we do on the right, we have to do on the left. So I'll come around this way so you guys can see me on the left. So again, taking that left hand into the center of the mat. And if you want to, starting off with the baby plank, shall we? Taking the left leg, so the foot's facing towards the back of your mat and your knees pointing to the side of the mat. And then just lifting yourself up and holding here in our side plank. This is where you are today, and this is where you want to stay, where you can feel the stretch, you can feel the work and stay here. If you want more, take that bottom leg, that left leg, take that foot behind the right foot and hold here. And again, we think about pushing down through that hand as you lift up through the hips. If you want more, taking that top right foot on top of the left foot and holding your side plank here. Remember to breathe nice and deeply, lifting up through those hips, really actively engaging through those obliques, working the side of the body. If you want more, finding a drishti point for your gaze, lifting up through that right leg, lifting up through that right arm, reaching up nice and tall. And then slowly release, letting go of that foot, letting go of the hand, coming back down onto all fours. Sitting back on the heels, taking a nice long inhale, a nice long exhale. And this time actually keeping the knees slightly together and taking the arms both down the outside of the hip. And just come into a nice, easy child's pose, everything curled in. Breathing nice and deeply, exhaling nice and slow. And then from here, pushing up. And then coming forward onto your hands, and then taking that right knee and hooking it over that left leg. And then from here, slowly sitting back on your hips, letting go of your legs. And then just lying back on your mat with your knees bent. Moving into our bridge breathing, taking the hands down outside the hips. Getting ready and getting set up. So breathing in, as you're breathing in, lifting up through those hips, coming through the bridge. And at the same time, you lift the hips up, lifting the arms up and taking the arms up over your head. And then as you exhale, lowering through the hips, as you lower those hands down onto the mat. Inhaling, lifting up through the hips as you lift the arms up and take them all the way over your head. Exhaling, lowering the hips and lowering your hands back down onto the mat. Inhaling, lifting up, coming into our bridge. Exhaling, lowering back down, taking the hands and the hips down to the mat at the same time as you finish the exhale. And inhaling and then taking the hips all the way up to the sky and the arms all the way behind your mat as you finish the inhale. And then exhaling, gently lowering yourself all the way back down onto the mat. And then one more time, inhaling, lifting up through those hips. And then exhaling, slowly lowering yourself all the way back down onto the mat. Inhaling, taking your knees into your chest, giving yourself a nice big stretch here. Inhaling nice and deeply, exhaling nice and slowly. And then dropping the knees down, the feet down and keeping the knees bent. And then taking that right leg and crossing that right leg over the left. And then from here, picking up those hips and moving them slightly over to the right. And then taking the arms out, roughly in line with the shoulders on the mat. And then just gently dropping both knees over to that right side of the mat. Breathing in, feeling the twist and the opening up through the torso. Opening up through the chest, the opening up through that right hip. Remember to breathe nice and deeply, exhale nice and slowly. Enjoying the twists. Twists are really good for wringing any tension out of the body. And then gently come back to the center and we'll repeat on the other side. So from here, picking up that left knee and crossing that left knee over the right. Picking up the hips and moving them slightly over to the left side of the mat. And then gently lowering the knees and taking the knees over to the right. Trying to keep both shoulders on the mat. Feeling the opening up through the left side, the left hip. And the twist through the torso. Remembering to breathe nice and deeply. Exhale nice and slowly. And then gently release, taking the hips back down onto the mat. And then from here, taking the legs all the way up to the sky. And just letting that sacral area just reset, holding the legs up, letting the arms just fall to your side, coming into our waterfall pose here. And just holding here for a few breaths. Letting all the toxins drain away. Helping the lymphatic drainage system just take away all those toxins, all those heavy metals from our legs. Giving the heart a little bit of a rest. Not having to pump so hard around the body. And then slowly, gently just shake the legs. And start to shake the legs and let the legs just fall down outside your mat, coming into our Shavasana, relaxation. Taking the arms so they're just outside your mat, maybe letting the palms face up towards the sky if you're ready to receive the universe. But if you want to feel more grounded, you can let the palms face down onto the mat. Letting the heels just gently rest on the mat, letting the legs sink into the mat. Feeling your hips start to sink into the mat, feeling the shoulders starting to sink into the mat. Gently closing your eyes. Starting to feel all that tension leaving the body. Switching off that monkey mind, letting all the thoughts go. Just giving yourself permission for these next few minutes to relax, to let go. Let go of the breath, let go of control of the breath. Just let it return to its normal cadence. Let go of all thoughts, let go of all worries, let go of all the tension. Imagining a bright blue star above your head. And that bright blue star gently comes down and lands in the middle of your forehead, just above your third eye. As that blue star lands on your forehead, it encourages you to let go of thoughts, switch off that monkey mind, smooth out fluctuations in mind. That blue star then moves and lands on your right shoulder and taps your right shoulder. And you let go of all the tension of that through that right shoulder. It then moves down and taps your right elbow, your right wrist, taps your right thumb, your right index finger, your right middle finger, your right ring finger, and your right pinky finger, before it comes to rest in the middle of your right palm. And you can feel your whole right arm just relaxing into the mat. That blue star then comes up, back up your right arm, touching your right wrist, your right elbow, and your right shoulder. Before it moves over and taps your left shoulder, your left elbow, your left wrist, your left thumb, your left index finger, your left middle finger, your left ring finger, and your left pinky finger. And then it comes to rest just gently in the middle of your left palm. And you can feel your whole left arm just letting go and relaxing into the mat. The blue star then taps your left wrist, your left elbow, your left shoulder. Completely relaxing that left arm. The blue star then comes to rest in the center of your chest, just above your heart center, above that heart chakra. It starts to balance that heart chakra, letting go of any negative emotion. Moves down and taps your navel, and then comes down and taps your right hip, your right knee, your right ankle, that right big toe, and then it gently taps all the remaining toes one by one in that right foot. And you can imagine and really feel your whole right leg just letting go of all that tension, releasing all the tension. As that right leg and that right foot relax into the mat. The blue star then taps that right ankle, that right knee and that right hip. Before moving over to tap that left hip, the left knee, the left ankle, that left big toe. And then gently taps each of the remaining toes on your left foot, one by one. Your whole left leg is just relaxed into the mat. The blue star then starts to travel back up your left leg, tapping your left ankle, your left knee, your left hip. Before it gently comes to rest on that navel. And taps your heart center. And then comes back to rest in the middle of your forehead, just above that third eye. Resting on your third eye reminds you to let go of all thoughts. To let go of all your worries. You are now completely relaxed into the mat. And then from here, start to imagine a bright white light above your head. A pure, brilliant white light full of energy, pulsing with energy. And as you breathe in that white light, and it comes in through the crown of your head. It starts to make its way all the way down your spinal column. As it makes its way down the spinal column, it starts to branch off all those nerves coming off of the spine. And then it starts to enter all the cells in the body. All the cells are starting to light up with that bright white light, pulsing with energy, energizing the body. Feel the whole body now illuminated with that bright white light full of energy. And inhaling again, taking those arms up above your head, coming into a nice full long body stretch, stretching the arms over the head, stretching the feet all the way out. And then inhaling, taking the knees into the chest and giving yourself a nice big hug here. Hugging the knees into your chest. Maybe gently rocking from side to side, taking a slow massage through that spine. And then slowly rocking over onto your right hand side if you can, and holding in the fetal position on the right hand side just for a moment. Just letting that central nervous system reset, recalibrate. And then slowly, gently in your own time, pushing yourself back up, coming back up into our nice easy seats. Sitting up nice and tall. Finishing with 3 big inhales and a nice long exhale. When you exhale, really exhaling with a nice big sigh, just letting all the tension go. So inhaling nice and deeply. Exhaling, just letting it all go. Inhaling again, nice and deeply. One more time. Well done, everybody. Sitting up nice and tall. Finishing finally with a nice big arm. So taking a nice deep inhale, filling up the lungs, filling up the belly with air. From my heart to yours, namaste. Hope you enjoyed your yoga practice. Hope you feel refreshed, energized, relaxed. And if you have any queries, any questions, anything you'd like me to go over, or any suggestions or anything you'd like me to change, then you can email me at yogabalancebyangela@gmail.com and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, hope you enjoy your Wednesday evening